Hi everyone! I wanted to share a farming method I tested today. The strategy is pretty simple. I'm running every cleansed area on the atlas and farming Fracturing Orbs. To test whether the strat was actually worth doing, I tried 20 maps and tracked the results. Honestly, the outcome was much better than I expected. Here are the results from the first 10 maps. 2 Omens of Light, 4 Fracturing Orbs, 8 Divine Orbs, 7 Orbs of Annulment. On top of that, I also got plenty of Chaos Orbs, Exalted Orbs, and other items. In the next 10 maps, I got 12 Divine Orbs, 6 Fracturing Orbs, 5 Orbs of Annulment, and a bunch of other drops. I think I got quite lucky, but the overall loot was very good. At the current market price, Fracturing Orbs are around 3.6 Divines, which is quite expensive, and the reason why this strat is worth doing. If the price drops below roughly 2.5 Divines, I don't think running cleansed areas will be profitable anymore. Simply go back to farm city maps instead. The reason I tested 10 maps at a time is because my build averages around 9 to 10 maps per hour. I'd say you probably need to be running at least 6 to 7 maps per hour to make this strat worth it. Now, to be fair, Delirium Rush splinter farming is probably easier and more profitable at the moment. But I have a feeling GGG is going to nerf it sooner or later, so this might be a solid alternative if that happens. Let's take a look at the Atlas tree. You will need all of the Atlas points to make this strategy as efficient as possible. The most important nodes here are the summoning circles. The bosses from summoning circles have a chance to drop Fracturing Orbs in cleanses areas, so it is extremely important that you choose summoning circles from these nodes. For the Atlas Master, I'm running Hilda. Ancient Inscription grants 8% increased modifiers for each different type of tablet affecting the map, so you'll want to use 3 different tablet types to maximize the bonus. For this setup, I'm using Abyss, Delirium, and Ritual tablets. Of course, you can run a Grand Mirror for 200% Delirium if your build is strong enough. The maps will be much harder, but the loot will also be better. I do feel like Ritual is kinda useless, because I literally got 0 profit from Ritual in those 20 maps. Overseer tablets would be a better choice. Overlord's Domain adds +1 summoning circle to the map, which means higher chance to drop Fracturing Orbs. Of course, you can also use Breach or the other tablets, but I do believe Abyss and Delirium are mandatory. Since Abyss drops Omen of Light, and Delirium drop expensive oils. Jado would also be good. You can run 3 Abyss tablets with Jado. Personally, I don't really like the inconsistency, so I prefer the Hilda setup. For your tablet modifiers, the most important one is +2 random modifiers to maps. It gives you a lot more loot, but it also makes the maps harder. For the other modifiers, just look for Effectiveness, Rarity, or Monster Rarity. Any of those are good. I think Effectiveness is the strongest option out of the 3. Map contains an additional summoning circle is also extremely good, but it will make the tablet a lot more expensive, so it's really up to you. For Abyss tablets, +2 random modifiers isn't required because those tablets are usually very expensive. Instead, try to get maps contain 4 additional Abysses. After that, you can look for Effectiveness, Rarity, Effectiveness per Closed Pit, or +2 random modifiers if you can afford it, or just buy whichever one is the cheapest. For your Waystones, just look for Rarity, Effectiveness, and Monster Rarity. Any combination of those is good. Try to get at least 70% total between these 3 modifiers. Pack size doesn't really matter here because we're not doing Ritual. One thing I should mention is that with Hilda, you don't need to corrupt your Waystones like you do with Jado. Just find a good Waystone with the right modifiers and you're good to go. So, how do you actually run the maps? While mapping, just complete your Abyss as usual while looking for summoning circles. Also make sure to kill the special rare monsters that spawn in cleansed areas, as they can drop valuable currency such as Fracturing Orbs. You don't need to hunt down every rare monster on the map. Just remember to always finish your summoning circles. Again, this strategy is only good while fracturing orbs remain expensive. If you have any comments or suggestions, please let me know. Thanks for watching.